Member for New Westminster.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. In the gallery today is Danita Adams. She's a renter who lives in an affordable apartment building in New Westminster. Danita and her neighbours recently learned that their building has been sold and that they're all being evicted due to renovations, otherwise known as renovictions. Honourable Speaker, Danita and her neighbours cannot afford to pay skyrocketing market rents. Many of them are desperate because they have nowhere to go. For years, this Premier and the BC Liberals ignored the affordable housing crisis and refused to support stronger protections for renters in the event of renovictions. My question is for the Premier. Why won't she face a confidence motion and let a new government get to work for renters like Danita?
Minister of Natural Gas Development and the Minister. Minister responsible for housing.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is an issue that BC government has taken seriously and they've committed to addressing. In BC, though, we have rules we have to follow. And that's what BC intends to do, is make sure that landlords follow those specific rules before issuing a notice to end the tenancy due to extensive renovations or repairs that require the unit to be vacant in the first place. They have to have all the necessary municipal permits and approvals in place before they can issue notice to tenants. And as well, the provincial government further commits to work with all the stakeholders, as well as municipal governments and all the stakeholders in relation to the renovictions issue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member has a supplemental.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. With the greatest of respect to the new minister, this Liberal government has had 16 years to fix the problem and they refuse to do so. The building where Danita lives has 54 affordable rental apartments. It's home to families with young children, to new Canadians, to persons with disabilities like Danita, and a lot of seniors who thought that this would be the place where they would live out their lives. And all those renters are losing their affordable housing. Why? Because for 16 years, this BC Liberal government refused to fix the renoviction loopholes in the Residential Tenancy Act. And now the Premier wants us to believe that she supports renters' rights and she's going to do something about it, about the very problems that she created. So again, my question is to the Premier. Why won't the Premier face a confidence motion today in this House so that a new government can get on with fixing the problems that are meaning that people like Danita are out on the street?
Minister of Natural Gas Development.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In addressing this issue, the provincial government has to respect the jurisdiction duties of municipalities as well, and other stakeholders, including the tenant and the landlord. If the tenant thinks a landlord has ended a tenancy without a valid reason, the tenancy has 15 days to dispute the notice to the residential tenancy branch. By the way, we commit to do more. This provincial government wants to do more in terms of renovictions, and the solution is easy. Support the throne speech. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.